Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome if you're joining us live or listening to the replay on the Sagittarius new moon and solar eclipse in December. Before we get started, just wanted to remind everybody to switch off all your notifications and create a sacred space for yourself. Consider this a mini retreat for the soul, especially at this beginning of the holiday season when everything tends to get a little frenetic and we find ourselves running around. This is the time when we need it even more so. Also remind you to, if you have a candle handy, I have one which I can light for the collective, if you get that, and also your journal and a pen. So we're going to be together for about an hour and then you can enjoy the rest of your day. So the reason why we meet every month under the new moon is to set intentions for the month ahead and manifest our dreams and goals for the month. It's a time to go within and be in harmony with the cycles of the moon. The moon goes through all the phases, the dark, waning moon, and then it waxes towards the full moon and then wanes again. And it is a reminder for us that we don't have to be charging frenetically, running around all month. We can honor the times of darkness and quiet and a time to replenish and rest and recharge, just like the moon does. So it is a constant reminder. And it's also a good time to set goals and intentions and launches for any events that you may have, that you can launch those during the full moon when you want to be fully illuminated, just like the full moon. So I'm honoring this new moon phase to avoid burnout myself, because I have a tendency to be going full throttle, and I've learned through my own personal journey that I want to avoid that burnout, that frenetic must-do charging through the day, and honoring that time within myself. And what I find is I'm more calm as the month goes on. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that too, since you've been joining this new moon journey throughout the year. So who doesn't want to avoid burnout, right? Who doesn't want to have that slow burning, calm energy that is grounded, but it also illuminates with the full moon and honors the cycles within. And the waxing crescent moon reminds us of the maiden, I think of goddess Artemis, the full moon, the prime stage, Selene, and then the waning stage, the crone, Hecate. So I like to start each of our new moon journeys with a poem, but let me first light the candle. See the flame. This poem is by Lala Dead, a 14th century devotee of the Shiva worship. The soul, like the moon, is new and always new again. And I have seen the ocean continuously creating since I scoured my mind. And in my body, I too, Lala, am new, each moment new. My teacher told me one thing: live in the soul. When that was so, I began to go naked and dance. So now we find ourselves in Sagittarius season, and considered a threshold sign. The Sagittarius bridges the season from one season to the next, the end of fall, as we embark into winter. We have the winter solstice on the 21st of this month. And it's a sign that is aligned with transformation and the visionary element of fire. It is ruled by Jupiter. And as such, it embodies growth, expansion, optimism, faith, and moving outside the bounds of the known experience through travel and study. Any Sagittarius with us today? No, I have Sagittarius rising. So this is often, you might resonate more with your rising sign. So I have that, and I know we have a mutual friend, Vanessa and Mary Lynn. She's Sagittarius. It so describes her. I know she wanted to make sure I sent her the replay today. She couldn't be here today. So under the Sagittarius sun, life feels expansive, and we feel drawn to learn and explore and then make the most of whatever we have discovered on our journey inward. We also have a solar eclipse, which symbolizes growth, expansion, and moving away from the narrow-mindedness to a more inclusive collective. Sagittarius season is at our point in the year to learn, to grow, to teach, and to find our inspiration. It also carries an energy that helps us find adventure, lightness, and to make the most of the rest of the year. So what should we wish for during this new moon phase? To learn, to grow, find inspiration. Sagittarius loves the quest for truth and peace of mind through travel, freedom, adventure, faith, optimism, finding solutions, and overcoming excess. If there was ever a time to lose your inhibition and take a challenge head on, it's during this phase. Pretty powerful, huh? This new moon in Sagittarius is fueling our need to start something new and plan for what it will be. But this means, in order to do this, we need to leave the old behind as we open up to possibility. And we've had another intense year showing us where things are not working in our lives and inspiring us to shake things up and try a new direction. This new moon eclipse supports that vision. Shall we find ourselves again, just like last year, dealing with new rules and regulations around travel and customs and tradition, and this can create a great deal of frustration, right? But Sagittarius wants us to look at things in a new light and see the possibility and solutions and opportunities that can exist on the other side of these shifts. This new moon is also asking us to move towards peace of mind and balance, which can be difficult during these stressful times. But now more than ever, it's vitally important that we support and nurture our highest good. So over this month, remember these abandoned aspects of yourself. Call them home, acknowledge and honor them, invite them to the table, and listen to the stories they have wanted to tell for so long. Sagittarius is the sign of the archer. Half human, half horse. It's said to activate the wanderlust in it. And visionary Sagittarius, again, I said it's a fire sign. It's with lots of free-spirited and spontaneous energy. The sign of possibilities, which encourages to bring our eyes up to the horizon and think about what is next. Great time to plan your next big adventure. Amp up your message in your business and move your body more. Speak your truth and find sources of wisdom that resonate with you. Sagittarius rules quest for truth through religion, prayer, higher guidance, frankness and honesty, direct communication, connection to nature, intuition, peace of mind, freedom, spontaneity, adventure, positive expectations, exploration, and foreign travel. I'm smiling because my husband just retired this week, and we would love to go traveling, but not just yet, but we're going to start planning. The law, Sagittarius also rules the law, attorneys, lawsuits, ethics, morality, optimism, faith, friendliness, good luck, generous, gallantry, higher education, mentors, colleges and universities, philosophy, seeking answers and finding solutions. The flip side to Sagittarius can be carelessness, taking shortcuts, self-righteousness, making assumptions, excesses, extravagance, blunt communication, and Pollyanna approaches. So that's the flip side. But Sagittarius is the fire. It's a fire sign, and we need this after the super deep Scorpio sift that we went through last month. I led our retreat, and it was all about diving deep, facing the shadow with Halloween, Samhain. So now we're coming out of that into the fire element of transformation, transmutation, and igniting passions. So the qualities of Sagittarius boiled down are philosophical, optimistic, and positive. So during our guided meditation, we're going to focus on freeing your spirit so that you can ignite energy that helps you find adventure and lightness. Confidence in learning, so you move forward inspired for your coming future. And avoiding mistakes, so you release all self-sabotaging carelessness and find solutions to your answers. That's a lot of energy. Just relaying that to you, I can feel the burning, igniting passion of this sign in Sagittarius with the element of fire. And I'm wearing red on purpose to symbolize. I changed my clothes. I don't know if you've noticed during this new moon, depending on the element. No, you haven't noticed. Well, I do. Carefully thought out, just so you know. And it helps me really get into the character of this element. Oh, yes, you're welcome to also get into the element yourself. So that you could, for those of you attending live or even watching the replay, you can also wear the color of the element in a way to really embody the characteristics. So if you're all sitting comfortably, I would love to take you through a meditation, and I'm going to today play my Tibetan bowl. And I just want to just check with you if you can hear this. Yes, okay. I have it far enough away from the microphone. I didn't want it to be too loud, but I also wanted to just gift you with a little extra love, seeing as we're in the holiday season of giving. So if you're got yourself set up for your meditation, and that may be sitting upright or lying down, even taking your glasses off if you feel inclined, and feet grounded into the earth and your back straight, so you can let the energy come up through the root, the base of your spine, up to the crown of your head. So if you close your eyes when you're ready, and in order to receive, palms face up on your thighs, or if you feel like you need more grounded energy, palms face down. The choice is yours. As we take this time to honor rest, replenishment, and to honor the sacred darkness of the dark moon and the new moon, and honoring the element of fire. The fire that kept our ancestors warm through the long winters. The fire that enables us to eat and nourish ourselves. And the fire that ignites our passion. The fire that is the lantern in the dark, leading the way. the flame that we watch flicker in the dark. The flame, the fire that is transformation, burning away regrets so that we may start over again. Fire burning bright, igniting our spirit. And the focus of the Sagittarius sign. It's said that the archer will never miss the mark. So what is burning inside you? What are you ready to release to the fire that you no longer need, no longer serves you? What passion is stirring in your bones that you're ready to start or set intentions and build for your future? Imagine yourself sitting around a campfire in the woods. You have your close friends, partners around you. It's a beautiful starlit sky. You're all bundled up warm. The fire's crackling. I'm so grateful for this time together. And as you go around the fire, each one of you talks about things you're ready to release into the flames. Each person taking their time while everyone listens. There's no right or wrong, just releasing what no longer serves you into the flames, into the fire. Each person taking their turn, and it comes around to you. And it's your turn to speak. You feel the support of the group as you release your stories. And then you go around the circle again, talking about your passions and what you're dreaming to ignite. With the wonderless excitement and inspiration of the Sagittarius. The wonderless travel spirit. Learning and growing. What is it? Maybe something you were ready to learn. Try something new, or learn something, study something in this season. What sparks something in you? Maybe something you've been putting on the back burner during the year. Maybe something you're ready to start. This is the time in the new moon to go within, to rest. But in this dark time, it's when all the magic happens, when you allow yourself the time to rest and write and dream. And again, each person shares their passion, something they want to learn or ignite around the circle, and it comes to you again with the support of the group. You feel confident to share. No right or wrong. Nothing too big or too small. It's your passion, your story. And each person has their turn. And at the end, everybody cheers and claps, igniting that exciting, inspiring energy that has been created. And putting your left hand on your heart. And your right hand on your belly. Thinking about connecting the two together. And recognizing the flame in your heart, the flame that glows, the flame that is loving and compassionate towards yourself and your loved ones and those around you. taking some deep breaths, filling that heart chakra with love and fresh energy. And one more breath. And keeping your eyes closed. And then just slowly bringing yourself back into your space. And slowly opening your eyes when you're ready. And if you get your journal out, and the first question is, during this new moon, we've been reminded it's the time to go for new creative projects, setting our hearts on new dreams and shooting our arrows in the future. So the question is, what new project is burning in you? Or what message in your business or life do you want to amp up? I can put that in the chat if you like. I can also repeat it. What new project is burning in you? Or what message in your business or life do you want to amp up? So I'll take a few minutes to write freely whatever comes up. Okay, and the next question. Sagittarius reminds us, if there was ever a time to lose your inhibitions and take a challenge head on, it's during this phase. This new moon in Sagittarius can be fueling our need to start something new and plan for what it will be. So the question is, how can you start being more spontaneous and adventurous? How or what can you imagine your life to be with a positive expectation? How can you start being more spontaneous and adventurous? And how can you imagine your life to be with a positive expectation in that spontaneous and adventurous nature? I forget where I heard an interview. Oh, I think it was on NPR, but I remember last week driving in the car, somebody was talking about trying new things and being adventurous, and they said, somebody who tries bungee jumping doesn't do it because they know how to do it. They do it for the thrill of it. I can't quite see. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd like to try bungee jumping, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because oftentimes I know myself that there's some hesitancy in trying something new because I don't know how to do it. But that's the whole point, right? Is trying it just to for the adventure of it. You don't have to be good at it. The whole point is that you're learning something new. So, and it can fuel passion for other things. It's like, hey, I tried something new, And then the last question is Sagittarius reminds us for our quest for truth. So how may you have been careless when making a decision in the past? Maybe you were blunt in your communication or had a Pollyanna approach. How may you have been careless when making a decision in the past? Maybe you were blunt in your communication or had a Pollyanna approach. Anybody want to share in the chat about the last question? I know for me, sometimes I jump to conclusions in terms of being blunt in communication. Yeah, listen more first, right? I always draw a new moon card before our ceremony starts, and they're always so spot on. I'll share it. It's the title is Burning to Create. This is my intention. Excuse me. Sorry, clearing my throat in the microphone. Probably doesn't sound so good. I am a fountain of divine creativity, overflowing with ideas and inspiration for what has not yet been created through me. I allow new ideas to emerge and channel them with clarity, honoring what wants to be built and formed through my hands in the service of the greater good. Anybody want to share anything from today that came up? I have a whole list of things that new projects I want to start. Publishing a book of poems, yeah. Teaching my relationship class again, yeah. It's a great time to launch it too in the new year, January. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing more, another online, like a 6-week class online starting in the new year, and then doing another in-person retreat in the summer. Summer, yeah, more outside, yes, yeah, absolutely. And teaching the the frame drum class that I was going to teach. Oh, you can't see it because of the. But teaching a little bit about rhythm and how it affects us, and through the elements and through the drumming, and that it's a tool of remembrance, because women were the first drummers. So just a couple of announcements. The drum looks like a full moon. Yes, it certainly does. For our next new moon next year in Capricorn, the sign of the goat, January 2nd. I don't know what day that falls on. Let me look. Oh, it's a Sunday. So we'll be doing that new moon in Capricorn on January 2nd. And notable dates for this month, the full moon is December 18th in Gemini. And then we have the winter solstice on December 21st, the longest night. So I'll be sending something about that too. So I'm going to wish you a wonderful holiday season filled with love and peace and joy, but remembering to take care of yourselves and use your self-care and self-love during this season so that you don't overgive, that you give to yourself first. And remember what the season is all about, and honoring the cycles within it and the cycles of nature. For those of us who have pets, I always find it's such an education to watch our pets as the days draw dark. I know my cat sleeps so much more in the winter. She's not so eager to go outside, and just watch her as an invitation to go within, just like the cycles of nature. So any parting words from any one of you before we wrap up? See you in January. Maybe I'll see you before. Thank you. Oh, thank you, everybody. And we'll see you in January. And have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you for those of you who are here live, and for those of you watching the recording. I look forward to hearing from you, and see you next month.